Ever heard of a billionaire who got rejected from college 10 times? That's Jack Ma for you, the quirky English teacher turned e-commerce king who built Alibaba from scratch. Buckle up, because this underdog story is wilder than a discount dragon boat race. Hey there, ambitious go-getters. Welcome back to the Success Blueprint Podcast, your one-stop shop for dissecting the journeys of the rich and famous. Today, we're shining a spotlight on a true maverick, Jack Ma, the founder of Alibaba, China's tech titan. Now, Jack Ma's story isn't your typical rags-to-riches fairy tale. It's more like rags-to-riches got rejected 100 times, but built an empire anyway. So, grab a cup of your favorite brew, settle in, and get ready to be inspired by the unlikeliest of heroes. Jack Ma's tale begins in 1964, in Hangzhou, China. Back then, China wasn't exactly a breeding ground for tech moguls. Jack grew up in a modest household, his family far from wealthy. But Jack had one thing money couldn't buy: an insatiable curiosity. He spent hours devouring English textbooks, fueled by a fascination with foreign cultures. This passion landed him a job as an English teacher after college, a perfectly respectable career path, but not exactly the billionaire trajectory we see today. The funny thing is, Jack wasn't exactly a natural-born educator. He was the cool teacher, known for his unorthodox methods and, shall we say, questionable fashion sense. Think brightly colored suits and questionable ties. But his true calling found him elsewhere: the Internet. This was the early 90s, when the Internet was still a novelty in China. Jack, ever the curious soul, dove headfirst into this new digital frontier. He was captivated by the possibilities, seeing a world where information could be shared freely and borders became virtual. However, Jack's entrepreneurial spirit faced its first hurdle, a series of epic rejections. He applied to 10 different colleges hoping to further his education. Rejected. He tried joining the police force. Rejected. Apparently, his fashion sense wasn't a hit there either. He even attempted to become a KFC manager. And guess what? Rejected again. Now, most folks would have been discouraged by this point, but not Jack. Instead, he saw these rejections as stepping stones, each one teaching him valuable lessons about resilience and perseverance. The turning point for Jack came in 1995. During a business trip to the U.S., he encountered the Internet for the first time. He was amazed by the lack of Chinese websites. This sparked a fire in his belly. China needed its own online marketplace, a platform where businesses could connect and thrive. So, with a ragtag team of 17 friends in his tiny apartment, Jack founded Alibaba in 1999. Now, Alibaba wasn't an overnight success story. The early days were a struggle. Imagine convincing people to buy things online when most hadn't even touched a computer. Jack, ever the salesman, used his charisma and humor to win over potential customers. He even held online chat sessions, personally answering questions and building trust. Slowly but surely, Alibaba gained traction. By the early 2000s, Alibaba had become the go-to platform for Chinese businesses. Jack, with his keen understanding of the market and his ability to connect with people, made strategic partnerships and expanded Alibaba's offerings. He wasn't just building a company, he was building an ecosystem, a digital Silk Road connecting businesses across China and beyond. The culmination of Jack's vision came in 2014, when Alibaba had a record-breaking IPO, the largest in history at the time. Jack Ma, the once rejected English teacher, became a global icon, a symbol of China's booming tech industry. He was hailed as a visionary, a leader who dared to dream big in a world that often said no. Now, Jack Ma's story isn't without its recent controversies. In 2020, he made some public comments critical of the Chinese government's approach to regulating tech companies. Shortly after, Jack seemingly disappeared from the public eye, sparking wild online rumors about his whereabouts. Here's the thing. The truth remains a bit murky. Some say he was forced into a low profile. Others speculate he's simply taking a well-deserved break. Whatever the reason, Jack's temporary absence only fueled the mystery. Here's where things get interesting, folks. Remember Ant Group, the fintech giant Jack Ma co-founded? The one poised for a massive IPO in 2020? Well, guess what? The Chinese government pulled the plug on that IPO at the last minute. This sent shockwaves through the financial world and was widely seen as a response to Jack's criticism. So what can we learn from this twist in Jack Ma's story? Well, a couple of things. First, even the most successful entrepreneurs face challenges. The road to the top is rarely smooth, and even billionaires can run into regulatory roadblocks. Second, it highlights the complex relationship between big business and government in China. It's a dance with intricate steps, and sometimes stepping out of line can have consequences. However, there's another way to look at it. Jack Ma's story isn't over. He recently resurfaced, sending a rallying message to Alibaba employees, urging them to adapt and embrace change. This suggests Jack might be back in the game, albeit in a quieter way. Perhaps he's focusing on internal restructuring or strategic planning behind the scenes. Only time will tell what the future holds for Jack Ma. So there you have it, folks. The roller coaster ride that is Jack Ma's life. From a rejected English teacher to a tech titan, his story is a testament to perseverance, vision, and a healthy dose of humor. Here are the key takeaways. Don't let rejections define you. They might just be detours on your road to success. Believe in your vision, even when everyone else tells you it's crazy. The world of business is complex, and sometimes playing by the rules is just as important as dreaming big. Now, Jack Ma's journey isn't over yet. There are still chapters left to be written. But one thing's for sure. His story is an inspiration to anyone who dares to dream big and chase their goals, no matter how many times they get rejected. Hey, if a guy who got rejected from college 10 times can build a billion-dollar empire, anything is possible, right? So, what are you waiting for? Get out there, hustle hard, and write your own success story. And if you're looking for more inspiring tales of entrepreneurial grit, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more episodes of the Success Blueprint podcast.